Hi, welcome to Modern Mystic Messages. I'm Teresa, and thank you so much for joining me today on the channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. In any event, I am so happy that you're here. And family, I want to thank you or ask you for your patience and thank you for your patience for returning. I have been away for a few days. I had not like down hospital bed sick, but just been kind of under the weather. I don't know if it's got something to do with the full moon energies. Honestly, I don't know. But in any event, I had to get back in here because it's weighing like, okay, I got to weigh the difference between not feeling good and feeling even worse because I'm not getting to work. So I'm going to get on in here and do what we got to do. Today, we're going to do something a little different. I've got two readings that have been kind of on me to do ever since the last reading I did for the family. I think that was Monday night. And there is an incredible, delicious love that keeps coming out in this reading. So I know somebody, hopefully several somebodies in the family are manifesting something serious in the love department. So I wanted to read a little further on that. And then I thought it was going to be a separate issue. I got an idea that I wanted to read from some of the more difficult decks that I have. And I don't read from them often because they're very book reading intensive because of the way the decks are designed. One of them, and I think you may have seen other readers use it, and you'll understand what I'm saying. A lot of people just use this deck intuitively, the Tao Oracle. But this deck, if you notice, they actually have the hexagrams here for the Tao. And I also have the I Ching deck, which also has the hexagrams on it. And it occurred to me to use them a little bit differently. They're very complex to use even of themselves by themselves, but I wanted to use them together in a reading, and Spirit gave me the idea of how to do it, but it is a more complex reading. So I pulled cards for it already. This is the reading, but it really, and again, I didn't even think it was going to become a love reading per se. But once I actually started looking at the cards themselves and some of the book readings, I realized it was a very deep message for someone who was calling in an incredible love. Um, it does point to some things that need to be worked on. It's not all sunshine and lollipops, but it is a very, very deep reading. So before I dug deep into this, I had another set of several cards. I had cleansed several decks to do a love reading. So I thought, you know what? Let me pull that reading first on camera for the family, and then we'll see whether or not this was a personal reading for me or something that I need to publish, or if we need to pull these decks again on camera. I'll get a better notion of what this reading is all about once I pull that other one. So that's what I'm gonna do because I think that's where spirit is leading me. So we'll get right on in here, and yeah, let me go ahead and move the camera so you can see the cards, and then we'll get started, okay? I'll be right back. All right, there we go. And of course, I do want to call in our guides, Archangel Michael. I ask that you put a fiery wall of protection around us. Archangel Raphael, I ask that you bring your healing direction and guidance in as well as Yeshua, Saint Germain, and Thoth. Archangel Metatron, Archangel Sandalphon. Please be with us in this reading and guide my thoughts and speech so that I can be a clear channel and bring out the messages that are for the collective in the manner in which they need to hear them. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ashe. All right, let's get in here. Let's see where we're headed. All right. Okay. Yeah. It ain't never easy with us, is it? But you know what? Those really what do they say? Anything that's worth having is worth the effort, or what have you. We got right here the runner: fear of intimacy, running away, intensity, and letting go. So definitely been some mental back and forth going. Hammer is here: sabotage and rebuild, working on it, repairing. And teddy bear, interested in you, blooming romance, flirting, and wanting to date. So, like I said, not an easy energy, but definitely not saying walk away from it. You probably had to walk away from some other things, but I mean, right now we are specifically asking questions about the love you're either working on actively or manifesting into your life. So, for someone who may actually have somebody in mind, or even if you don't actively have anybody specific in mind, this fear of intimacy and running away may genuinely just be on your part because of having been hurt so many times or so badly in the past that you're literally pushing away what spirit is trying to bring into you. And then, like I said, for some of you, this sabotage and rebuild energy, same thing. It may not be within a specific relationship. It can be sabotage and rebuilding within your own self. Dating dangerous people, dating unworthy people, or getting something so good and pushing them away before they can push you away, sort of things. Those are the result. That's the byproduct of traumas that you have not addressed yet. But you got to get over that, because someone is being prepared for you. They're interested, even if it's only in the vortex right now in your energy. There's something blooming that spirit is trying to bring to you, and we got to get you up out of that so that you can let it come in. It's showing up too many times in the reading for me to think that it ain't. And again, I don't think it's just one person, because I was seeing it for a while when this collective was much smaller, when we were under 100, and then it kind of eased off a little bit. Probably, I don't know if the person that I was reading for stopped watching consistently or whatnot. And then when I started seeing more of the family coming in and we're getting over 300, that sort of thing, I started seeing this coming in consistently again. So I know there are several of you that are calling this in, and I'm not surprised one little bit. We had that, what was it, the astrological, they call it the marriage of the twins. It was a planetary procession that happened in spring of last year, the marriage of the twins. That's happening because there are divine counterparts being aligned, that are awakening and ascending and kind of being spiritually herded to a specific place. So yeah, I'm not surprised at all. Look at here. Dawn of love. Love is rising on the horizon of your life. Mm-hmm. Could not be plainer. Now let's get one more from here, see what's going on with here. Slow down to relax. Break to enjoy the beauty around you. Yeah. Sometimes, as bad as we want it, you can't just demand it into place. You have to just let it come, because you don't know when. And I can't even say, it's not even so much of you don't know when it's going to come. When you've manifested something, it's done in the moment that you ask for it. Now, when it can be revealed to you, that's another story. That's dependent on your healing. And again, like I say, I'm not preaching just to the choir for myself. This is me too. There's a lot of things that I've asked for, and later on down the line, I came to realize the answer wasn't no. The answer was not now, because I still had dangerous, toxic people around me, dangerous and toxic attitudes I was healing from, and unrecognized traumas that I had not yet acknowledged and addressed. And so, until or unless I did, like I said, another level of dark night of the soul, feel like I'm on round 37 by now. But if that's what it takes, that's what it takes, because the love that you're asking to come in, it's a whole, healed, healthy, juicy, delicious, beautiful love. It is the outpouring of the healing wounds. What's that? I can't think of the name of it now. What's it called? Ikigai, the Japanese or is it Chinese art where they'll take a broken vase and put it together with all of the gold piece, to put it back together with molten gold, so that truthfully, in the end, even though the vase was initially broken, in the putting back together of it, it's even more beautiful than the original creation. I may not be pronouncing it right or saying it right, but that's what's happening here with spirit. Sometimes, in order for you to get that love that you dreamt about and cried out for and cried yourself to sleep for and prayed for, and on all of those things and begged for, you got to be put back together. This dawn of new love, this rebuilding from after your own self sabotage. And again, not blaming anybody, we all do it because a burnt child is scared of fire. I get that part. But at some point, we've got to heal from it, get over our fear of intimacy, stop running, and allow what Spirit has for us to come in. And it's happening. But yeah, I just had to understand now. This now in the when I was cleansing these decks, this card came out before as well. Oh wow. Honest echoes, listen to the whispers of your heart, for you know the whole truth. And on the flip side of this, unwavering faith. Stand firm in your beliefs. Your steadfast spirit guides you through uncertainty. Yes. So you may not be able to see all of it yet, but yeah, meadow of moments came here. Bask in the meadow of moments where presence blossoms in the simplicity of now. Honestly, I think it's kind of like Spirit saying, just take a chill pill on it. Sometimes we want it so bad that it stays at the forefront of our minds to a point that all of the fears and everything else come up along with it because we're worrying the fact that it's not here yet, it's not here yet, it's not here yet, and putting just enough resistance in there to keep it from us. And Spirit is saying, lay back, relax. You just focus on doing the healing and being well part, and they got the rest. Labyrinth of choices. Chart your course through the perplexing labyrinth of choices, embracing each turn as part of your complex journey. Decisions shape your path amid challenges. Stay open to learning and answers as answers reveal your destined journey. Choose wisely. So sometimes it's not even a wrong choice. It's a choice to kind of gauge where you're at. And honestly, unless or until, and this is something I know some folks gonna probably hit me in the comments about it, there's no such thing as a failed relationship. And the sooner we learn that and get over the bitterness of what has happened to us in the past, the sooner we can actually bring in this juicy, delicious thing that is the actual everything that we want. The only reason you know you want all of that is because of the stuff you went through in the past that you don't want. So you got to learn to bless whatever can't happen in the past. I don't care how karmic those people were and how painful it was. You got to learn to be like Gandhi. I bless those who brought me pain, for they are my teachers. That karmic person that I know, and trust me, I done had some crazy stuff done to me too. So they cheated on you, they might have beat you, spent your money, did this and that, bankrupted you, ran out of time, whatever it was. All kinds of stuff could happen. And I'm not saying that was right, and I'm not saying that felt good. But it put you in a place where you had to do something. That put you in a crucible that you had to, if it didn't teach you anything else, you're still here. So it taught you that you can survive a lot of stuff, that you don't need as many material things as you thought you did, that even if somebody breaks your heart in a million pieces, you can stand again and face life. Some folks can't. And for that, I ain't saying you should thank them for doing you nasty, but you should be thankful for having graduated the lesson and gotten that person away from you and been able to heal from it. But sometimes our choices are just stepping stones along the way. And I had to look at that in my own situation. I got some stuff that I could, ugh, I ain't even going there with the stuff that I could, go on a negative tangent about it. But when I look back over the experience and the years, as much as I may or may not want to face it, each one in their own way was a little bit of a progression. I don't even want to say an upgrade because sometimes it was lateral moves too, of a different sort, but teaching you different lessons. And as you get past that, you're like, I know I don't want no more of that. I don't want no more of that. And get firm in what you want, then the next person, you know not to do that again. You learn to choose more wisely. And guess what? After you done narrowed out some of that junk you don't want, what's left? It's like refining gold. You done smelted off all the garbage and you left with pure gold. And I think that's what's happening on your relationship scenario too, which is one of the reasons it takes so long to get to. You got to heal from that stuff first. Ooh, key of the soul, unlock the secrets deep within. And that's a huge, huge part of it. We'd be so busy fussing about what that person did to us and what we don't like and what we don't want. Shame on them and shame on them and shame on them. But guess what? They didn't hit you over the head with a hammer and drag you into the cave and have you handcuffed to the wall and made you stay. You lined up for that for some kind of reason. And that takes soul work for you to figure out how you ended up in those situations in the first place and what took you as long as it took you to graduate from them in the first place. Doesn't leave a whole lot of room for blaming other people. And again, I'm not dismissing the truly nasty things they did to you or hurt you. Only saying that the only way to crawl out of victim mentality is to stop telling the story about all the nasty things they did to you and start do some introspective work to figure out what predisposed you to allow yourself to align with that kind of energy and stay in it as long as you did. And it could be some real stuff, traumas from childhood, programming from your family, religious beliefs, economic insecurity, felt like you couldn't go out on your own. Whatever it is in your case, only you know. But I guarantee you, whatever it was, like I said, unless they literally held you hostage, you gotta come out of the what they did to you and start facing the truth of why you allowed it. And that allows you to begin to heal. That's the key of the soul. Moon guardian here, trust the tides of emotions. And heart of fire, though, ignite your passion and creativity. So you're doing it. And it's not an instant process. You got to learn to give yourself as much grace as you give everyone else. When we start healing and doing those, coming up with all those different things, very often I think as we start on our healing journey, we forgive everybody and forget to forgive ourselves. Let's start pulling some tarot, and we're going to pull some tarot-like cards around it. You know how we do here by now. So we're going to get on in here and see what's going on with this. Ooh, and the high priestess is right out here out front. The high priestess knows, but she don't necessarily tell. That's your intuition. Also, goddess energy, yeah. And the Five of Swords. So Spirit is acknowledging the conflict. It's there. It's been there. Like I said, hopefully this is something we're reflecting on in the past. It's not still an active part, or if it is active, hopefully it's something you're in the process of shutting down. But we'll see what's going on here, Spirit. Oh yeah, you're in the process of shutting it down. We got the Sun here, the Queen of Wands, the Two of Cups, and the Six of Swords. So with this High Priestess and Queen of Wands energy, this is literally you manifesting your way out of this Five of Swords situation. There is a collaboration, a partnership, uh, a union. Two of Cups is another one of the union cards, but it is acknowledging that you're coming out of a rough patch into calmer waters. Look at here, Ace of Wands, literally, and the Tower jumped out. This is spirit led, and that Ace of Wands, the way that flipped out of the top of the deck, yes, yes, absolutely. And of course, the Ace of Wands, very often has a very phallic, physical connotation in the tarot as well. But yes, and this tower, like I said, not a bad tower. This is a spiritual epiphany, spirit moving some things, moving and shaking some things for you. This feels almost like a graduation of sorts. Like I said, this in this transformation energy. Ooh, we got the King of Pentacles here and the Hermit. So yeah, honestly, that's kind of what it takes. Like again, I said I was seeing it is a relationship reading, but it's a very introspective relationship reading. It's about you doing the work. And again, when I say you, this may be something you may want to send to your partner as well, because I strongly suspect you both, if you do have somebody that's in your mind, but y'all aren't in physical union as of yet. Maybe there's still distance between you, life circumstances, you're both buttoning up, but it's probably something both of you have had to go through and address separately before you could come together. It's a spiritual refinement. Let's see, we got, ooh, yep. What I say? It's a rebirth here, transformation. High Priestess is here with death. And the Five of Swords, up the devil. So right here with death and the devil side by side, sometimes the devil isn't a bad thing showing up, but with this Five of Swords being clarified by the devil, this was genuinely some real stuff that you had to deal with. I'm trying not to cuss, but yeah, that was some real ish. It wasn't fun. It wasn't comfortable. It may have gone on for quite some time. This was conflict, maybe even someone absolutely coming at you with some evil eye jealousy, may even outright spell work. But the Page of Swords is awakened, and the Sun is here with this Page of Swords. So the pages are messengers. So that you got the word, and you're doing the work. And the Queen of Wands is here with the Page of Pentacles, which honestly, I didn't mention it earlier, but I do realize that this love is very much tied up. Your money is tied up in this relationship too. Your love situation and your money situation are very much contingent upon each other. Wow. And we got the King of Swords here with this Two of Cups. Maybe it's an Aquarius coming your way, or whoever it is, a very decisive person, or you're being called to be very decisive in that masculine energy. But the King of Swords is all about endurance. Yes. The Chariot is here with the Six of Swords, so you are driving this thing. This is Cancer energy as well, so maybe an air sign and a water sign working it out together. But more is in this day. The key word is determination. There's a new journey here, and maybe even relocating. Maybe you all have to figure out who's going to move to who. That may be part of the scenario, or when the time comes, that may be something that you both have to address. This isn't something I don't think it's something that's right under your nose right this second. I think it's been a long time coming. I think it's something you both had to work on, but like I said, with determination, you're going to make this happen. It is working itself out. Now the Ace of Wands is here. Ooh, with the Two of Wands. Wow. The Ace of Wands and the Two of Wands. And together there are three, which is that forward motion towards it for sure. Ooh. And we've got the Tower and the Star here. Okay, so yeah, Spirit is literally clearing a path for you for this to happen. The Hermit, why are they popping out two at a time? Okay, the Three of Wands is here with this Hermit. And the Sun, oh wow, the Sun came out here with the Page of Swords, and it's coming out here again with the King of Pentacles. So you got a double Sun here with a High Priestess, a King of Swords, a Queen of Wands, the Sun, the Tower, the Chariot, and the King of Pentacles. Wow, wow, wow. What in the world? Oh, that's weird. The Nine of Wands and the Five of Pentacles have flipped over, but they didn't come out. So I really feel like that was something. And the Moon flipped over too. So that may have been something that you had from your past that kept you from seeing those situations. But I believe that is over. Let's take a look at these and see what's going on over here. Ooh, mature man. Right on out the gate here with the, what else we got here, Spirit? Change. Well, actually, bad health was here first and then change. So, but I mean, we had this Devil Five of Swords situation here. So, yeah, either you or those people in your past going through a situation that may be uncomfortable, but honestly, especially if it's somebody else from the past, that ain't your business. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Spirit is working it out for you. Privileged lady is here on the other side of this change. And courtship. What I told you. Ooh, Journey is here at the bottom of the deck. And you know what? For this bad health devil, Five of Swords energy, imprisonment is there. Like I say, judgment day for your enemies. That's what you don't see, and they may not see it coming either. But guess what's coming up soon from off the top of the deck? Great fortune, right there. Yep, expected. Expectation was there. Expected. Now let's see what we got here. Here's this other tower, but this, like I said, this is a fortress. This is a spiritually led fortress, which I mean, this tower I see is spiritually led as well. But there is something in dealing with, like, now with it coming here, this bad health devil situation with the owls here, this is knowledge or hidden information, gossip, if you will, tweetering, some kind of information to do with spirituality. But with it being here with this devil and bad health, with that Five of Swords, I'm telling you, somebody was trying to do some spell work, but it's not going to be successful. We got wealth here, stability. That's the change right there. Privileged lady in this well is here. Maybe this pocket's going to be deep. Ooh, what's this? Oh, yeah, and it's going to bring y'all some kind of notoriety. The moon is here. And in this deck, like I said, this moon is kind of like old world, glitzy, glamoury, kind of, yeah. Journey is here with the masks. And great fortune is here, but this mountain is here as well. So it may not be, well, obviously it hasn't been easy, but that does, and it may not be easy coming forward. And truthfully, if it's the level of fortune that what I'm just feeling as I'm doing this reading, of course it's not going to be easy, but that don't mean it ain't coming. You just taking a while for you to get to it, because like I said, you had to heal your emotional stuff and get the love thing in check and all the rest of that. Both of you had to heal. Both of you have to close these cycles. Both of you had to get over some stuff and acknowledge your love and come together and get this devil energy out of your way and go through this transformation. So yeah, but at the very end of it, there is great fortune here with a great deal of notoriety. There's courtship here. Yeah. Let's see. Woman holding a coin is here with this mature man. Wow. Envy. Told you with this conflict, somebody, even before you saw the potential of what you had, somebody else saw it. And they was literally throwing shade your way. All of the only negative, so quote unquote negative cards that have all come out aligned with this devil energy and the Five of Swords. Bad health, devil, Five of Swords, all of that right there. But again, it's not going to succeed, but it's just spirit acknowledging it. Yep, definitely not going to succeed. The change, happy family. Told you. The angel of balance is coming in here. Spirit saying, not on they watch. Not on they watch. This man holding a heart is here with this courtship. You see me pulling them. I can't make it up. I just work here. Community is here. I told y'all this involves some kind of this love situation. When it comes together, there's a public element of it. There's a spiritual nature, but a public aspect of it too. Maybe that's even what this mask situation is about. You may have had to have worn a mask in the past, some kind of not full disclosure. Wow. Oh wow. Oh wow. I flipped this deck over and I've got to take them. Oh goodness. On the top of the deck, yes, yes. And there's a okay, I'm gonna show you. On the bottom of the deck, let me see. I'm just nosy. Yep. Yep. This is way more cards than I had intended to pull, but you got to see this. From the bottom of the deck, we got Victory, the Healer of the Ages, and Cornucopia. That's like for real jackpot. Like, say less. From the top of the deck, so however you chose to pull it, whether it's what you don't see coming or what's shortly coming, you got two angels running interference here. Archangel Gabriel and Archangel Raphael. So there's healing and this the fifth chakra. The fourth chakra is the heart, so it's healing that. The fifth chakra is the throat. So like I said, there's an element of public something about it. Power couple, speaking, teaching, public social media, whatever the case is. This is not a hide it under a basket love. This is going to be a very public thing. The world is going to see this love. And trust me, this is your vindication on the other side of all this pain that it took to get to this part. So yeah. And what? Man holding a coin. He holding a heart over here, but on top of this great fortune and this mountain, like I said, it ain't easy. But he's holding that coin. Man holding a coin is there. Wow. Not that we need them on top of all of that, but I just wanted to pull some feel good oracles here to see where we going as far as the love cards, because I had them over here and pre-cleansed and cleansed them, so we are going to use them. Oh, that's too many. Well, maybe not. Let me see. Rejoice. Embrace your loving connection and rejoice. Bond. A love bond grows stronger over time. Let go. Sometimes it's best to let go and let the universe work things out in divine timing. Amen to that. Let love show you how to learn from each other. You begin to feel your heart beat faster when you're close. Yeah. And take time out to explore the deep emotions you're experiencing. So, yeah, something. I told you it's something delicious coming here. Yeah, I think I'm not doing all of these, but I wanted to pull these, and we're gonna get some romance, angels or fairies, and some distance love cards, and then grab some. Yeah. Oh, that was wow. Thankfully, that was quick. We are the absolute luckiest. Thank you, universe. So there's fortune coming your way. There are cultural norms and expectations that I need to overcome before we can be really happy together. So this person may be from another part of the world or a different ethnicity. I worked hard on becoming the best version of myself. I'm ready for a healthy relationship with my soulmate. So both of you are becoming more self-aware and healed enough to allow this to happen. I'm excited to collaborate with you and curious to see what we create. When two creative souls join forces, the results can be profoundly beautiful and rewarding. Yes. Oh, wow. And with our combined skill sets, we're going to make an amazing team. Amen to that. Indeed. Indeedy. Now, let me see, grab some for her. He still needs time. He doesn't know how much, and it bothers him that he isn't ready yet, but he knows that he can only come to you after sorting everything out. Otherwise, you'll be gone, and he doesn't want to take this risk. So just be patient with each other. It's happening. The more you pay attention to your empathy and intuition, the more you're able to accept and enjoy spiritual moments. It isn't a burden to be spiritually blessed. And that's the other thing you have to realize, because this is a divinely guided union, it may not pop off as quickly as, quite honestly, the stuff in the past that didn't work and didn't feel very good. It's easy to, hey, how you doing? You cute, you nice, you cute, you nice. Let's go hop into bed together. That hasn't worked very well for any of us in the past. Back in the day when folks just stayed together and slogged it out to the bitter end, it worked for some of our grandparents and stuff. But once we hit that age of the feminism and birth control and the this and that, the programming wasn't even conducive to that, because we also, that brought in the era of, if it doesn't feel good, leave it alone, which I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but because we were so hypersexualized, we were also taught to get into things too quickly. Before we truly vetted a person, before we truly knew who they were, we got into things more for the recreational aspect of it, because we hear people talk about, oh, it's nothing to be dating 5, 6, 7 people at a time. That's disrespectful to everybody involved, including yourself. But that was the attitude that we were programmed with. So those things were easy come, easy go. This isn't easy to come, because guess what? When it come in, it ain't going nowhere. No matter what he's going to say, you have to keep your energy to yourself. You don't owe him to be friendly. You don't owe him anything. He's the one who messed it up. Your values are just as important as his. I don't know where that came from, but oh, you know what? That might be somebody, whoever's driving this devil energy, trying to spin the block on you. Yeah, you don't owe them that. Absolutely not. Unless you want round two of the same slop they served you, leave that alone. Let them go. Let them go. Let them go. Let them go. Wow, when I split the deck, look where it split to. Let go of the past. Your energy, clear your energy to allow more love in your life. So yeah, that's exactly what that is. That's that spin the block energy. The devil is a lie. No, sir, no, ma'am. Not in the face of this right here. Well, truthfully, even if you didn't have no prospect of nothing on the horizon, don't rake poison back in your lap. Don't do it to yourself. It's not worth it. Workplace romance tried to flip, but honestly, I don't even necessarily think that's from your workplace. I think that means y'all might be gonna work together once this love thing does come together. And it's gonna, like I said, it's gonna be juicy. Love language, physical touches here. Divine timing is at work. Yeah. Here this damn karmic come back again, third party. You may be dealing with a karmic situation. We know we're dealing with a karmic situation. Boo. To the curb with you. No, we're not having it. We rather wait for this, for the divine situation. How much you bet one release your ex gonna pop right the hell up out this deck? That was the one that used to chase me so bad. But I think we've released them. I don't think it's even about needing to release them anymore with the energies I'm reading. I think these jokers are just hanging around on the fringes trying to see if they can get back in. Don't do it. And I don't think I even got to tell you that, but hey, I'm going to say it anyway because every time I see one of them, like I say, it be triggering me. Nope, nope, and no. Hell to the no. You deserve love. You're lovable. Ooh, wedding. This situation involves marriage. It's safe for you to love. And then codependency. Addictions are afflicting your romantic life. Again, I think that goes back to this uh that karmic scenario. That's why I'm putting all of that stuff right there where it belongs. That's part of the reason they don't want to let you go because you was too good to them. But nope, nope, nope. And if you haven't yet, please do some cord cutting and actually look into it. Don't necessarily do cord cutting, do cord removal. When you're envisioning yourself, removing it and asking for your angels and guides to sever those ties, actually energetically wiggle that cord out. Don't just cut it, pull it out of you because cut cords can grow back. You want it gone forever and wrap it all up in love and send it back where it came from. Yeah, you don't need that in your life no more. I don't care if you got children with them, especially if you got children with them. If you don't want that, because whether you got a co-parent with them or not, you do not have to have their energy still attached to you. Don't let them convince you that. One with self, yep, blossoming. This is about the healing you first. High priest, personal empowerment is here. Path of least resistance, choose ease and grace. Yes. Now let's see here what we got out of. Hold on a second. Where is it? Hang on a second, guys. I'm so sorry. I thought I had this all together. What in the... You know what? Sometimes I get on my own nerve. Here you go. There we go. Falling. Get one more. That's way too many. It's like, yeah, I can't. Actually, I think we're supposed to read this one though. Oh, no. Okay. So the first one that came out of this deck is Falling, number 14. Don't worry, you may fear you're falling, but it's just your soul diving deeper into the ocean of bliss. Are you sensing parts of your life flying away from you, out of your control, as the momentum of your divine surrender takes over and becomes more powerful than the old adhesive between you and what no longer serves? Laugh, cry, celebrate, and ponder. Whether it makes sense or not, you're like a perfectly ripe fruit falling from the universal tree, succulent and ready to be enjoyed for all that you are. If you wait any longer, this moment will be lost and you'll end up on the ground having to decay and go to seed in order to start the whole process again. This is not so bad, but what a shame if your sweet nectar was not to be savored by a hungry world. You deserve to be declared the most delicious, juicy fruit that ever was. So fall, you'll end up exactly where you're meant to be. This oracle contains a message for you. You're being called closer into divine union and into the fulfillment of your destiny now. It is safe for you to trust what is happening. Go with it. It might seem like you're being asked to take a leap of faith. It's the right timing for that. It's your time to give yourself in love without holding back anything of yourself. And the haiku that goes with that: is it wrong to love, to feel what I hold inside? The answer must wait. Wow. So whether you see it coming or not, it's coming. And just let it happen. Could have stopped there, seemed like, but we got these other two, so guess what? We're going to look at them. Shakti is here. Shakti is divine feminine fire. She is the body awakened with light. She is the divine feminine, and she is the Kundalini, the energetic force that moves through us, triggered by love that leads to enlightenment of our body. With our Kundalini coming alive within us, we cannot remain as we once were. It is impossible. We may try to lead the same lives, but be the same relationship patterns, and perhaps even behave properly, but it simply cannot be done. Soon our disguise slips and people wonder what happened to her or what has got into him. We are on fire with the divine and we cannot help but misbehave. We are no longer satisfied with trying to be the good child or fearing we're the bad child. We know ourselves instead to be the divine child. That child divine lives fully and with passionate fire, not doing the things the way they're supposed to be done, perhaps, but living instead from the heart. Our body may ache as we burn through old pain, and sometimes the light within may seem so bright it blinds us for the moment. But that will pass in the misbehaving and will suddenly be seen for what it is. The old rules just don't fit anymore. You don't plug a globe capable of illuminating the whole world into the bedside reading lamp without burning down the house. Best to let that light shine as it was meant to in the big arena. Shakti is making your light grow, beloved. Be prepared to shine brighter. This oracle brings you a message. You are going through energetic shifts in your subtle anatomy because your energy body and physical body have already begun to merge with each other. The energetic shifts will affect your physical body too. It is always wise to consult a healthcare practitioner, but at least some of your physical challenges at the moment, from aches and pains to tiredness, are due to this energetic awakening. Take responsible action as you feel is necessary, such as tending to your physical well being with health care that feels supportive, but also remember to rest, get some time in nature, and nurture your body as it is spiritually awakening into greater light. And the poetry that goes with this: I have watched you hurting and felt helpless to make life better for you. Loving you is having to make choices to let you be who you are, who you become, and all the who's yet to come. To love you is to ride the waves of your passionate embrace of life, ever mindful of the change in the wind and the occasional tempest brewing. And I can't help it. As I was reading this, it made me think about this partnership thing that I was talking about coming in here and the angelic direction behind it. As this comes into the public eye, like I said, this is public power couple type energy. This love is meant to be seen and experienced by all. I honestly think that, like, some form of Tantra, Kundalini Yoga, Karesa. There's something within that's going to be very important for you all as you individually have this Kundalini awakening and then come together as a couple that has that Kundalini fire awakened within. That union, when it comes together, it doesn't look like a regular union from the outside. It's not intended to. It is very high fiery. It is very passionate. It is very, like you said, we have this Heart of Fire card that came out. Yes. And you're being given a heads up so that you don't feel weird when this is happening. Honestly, I think, like, I don't talk about it a lot, but a lot of the under the weather that I've been feeling lately, I know that there are some physical things happening. And again, that's why I don't, and I'm not telling anybody, if you, like you said, if you feel a need to go to the doctor, go to the doctor. In my case, I know it's just some things that I need to address and allow time for these integrations, upgrades, downloads, what have you, the things that are happening to happen. Yeah. Now, the last card that we're going to look at here is Sacred Convergence. There is a coming together happening within your body and soul, a unification of all that is within you. This is akin to traveling to a strange land as all sorts of new sensations, not all welcome at first, begin to make themselves known to you. If you're experiencing discomfort within your own body or uncertainty and a sense of expansion to include more life in your thoughts and feelings, then you are conscious of this sacred convergence. It is like two worlds or more colliding. If you're sensitive, you will feel it happening as an important event without necessarily having a physical situation to attribute the experience to or upon which to hang an explanation. You may also be encountering this in a very physical sense by finding yourself in situations which you previously would have avoided. You may be meeting people and thrown into relationship with them, apparently more by circumstance than by your own conscious choosing. This is a meeting of you with your shadow and something to rejoice in, even if it is uncomfortable at times. Be gentle and loving. Whoa. Be gentle and loving with yourself and kindly seek to find the beauty in what you're learning about yourself in your interactions and experiences. You are a wise soul seeking to know yourself rather than judge others. Remember your divine perfection as you are thrilled and challenged in this time of great growth. You are guided to be curious as though traveling to a foreign land and remaining open to experiencing its treasures. This oracle holds a message for you. A deeper part of yourself is calling you forward. Any discontent, struggle, anxiety, or fear is a subconscious recognition of this. Don't worry, you're a unique plant in the divine garden. You don't have to know what plant you are in order to grow. You just need to live each day, and the growth happens naturally. Then you can see over time the beauty of your true nature revealing itself to you. It will be a revelation to be relished. And the poetry with this: from the white foam on the surface of blue to the mystery beneath the waves, wherever your travels may lead, may the artist's touch inspire us to explore the ocean realm and celebrate the beauty as land gives way to water and water to the unknown. And remember, while you're doing all of this falling and the raising of the Kundalini energy and the sacred convergence, so is your divine counterpart wherever they may be on the world. That's one of the reasons it's taken so long for this thing to come together. You're evolving and being upgraded and prepared. They're evolving and being upgraded and prepared. And then spirit got to move certain things and all that for y'all to come together. It takes time sometimes, but that's not a bad thing. Don't worry about it. Just concentrate on doing you and enjoying this ride, and everything's going to be just fine. It really, really will. This is your reading, dear ones. Thank you so much for joining me today and allowing me to read for you. If you enjoyed this, please give the video a thumbs up. If there's someone that you know, even and especially if it's your divine counterpart, don't hesitate to share it with them. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And until next time, family, peace and blessings to you. I love you. Namaste.